Why should you be embarrassed by what you love? I love my mom. I'm not embarrassed by her. I love my partner. I'm not embarrassed by her. You love your anime body pillow wife and you're not embarrassed by her. What I'm saying is you should be proud of the things you love. And we are, because this week on Cartridge Blowers, we share our guilty pleasures. Nikki's pretty magical boys fight a genie. One of the boys is a lion. This is fine. In Twisted Wonderland. I slam my action figures together like the man-child girls always said I was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And Cody shows us how Bowser might steal Christmas, which means Cody is an accomplice to Christmas crimes, and I'm going to send him to the Christmas electric chair in Mario Kart Tour. All this, and I think we talked about like Xenoblade? I didn't actually write a sentence here. It's Cartridge Blowers, episode 199. I hope Mickey kind of notices me. But for real, seriously, this is me, Matt, talking to you, the viewer. If you're passionate about something, for real, don't let it, like, people embarrass you about it. Don't let people say it's cringe or lame or whatever. Like, I hate cringe. The idea of cringe is so stupid. Just live your truth. Don't let anyone tell you how to be. Except for you with the anime body pillow wife. That is actually super embarrassing, and you should retire from society immediately. Steve.
YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, starring Cody Coleman, Nikki Wright, Matt Krua, and no one else. Cartridge Blowers.
Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, and with me as always is Nikki Wright.
Hello.
And Matt Krua.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, I've risen from my tomb.
He is risen.
He is risen. And I am here to talk to you about video games on the internet. Finally, three white people are talking about video games on the internet. It's never happened.
It's about time. Jeez.
It's about time.
Man, we have an untapped market that we're finally tapping, and it'll be a good time.
I tap that market, that's for sure.
This is the show where in the second half we play video games based around.
You want to tap that market, you better fucking pony up a T3 sub. I'm just saying.
I thought you were going to say put a ring on it. That's fine. But yeah, no, this is the show where the second half we play video games based around a theme, and this time the theme is guilty pleasures. We're going to be playing the games that we're maybe a little bit embarrassed to play, games that everyone else hated but we for some reason love, games we don't really talk about playing a whole lot, except in maybe one instance. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in the second half of the game. But before we get there, you know, we gotta talk about some other stuff. And if you were watching us after the fact, as you could on youtube.com/cartridgeblowers, you could skip ahead by clicking on the timestamp in the description below. However, you don't get to talk to us. You don't get to experience the after show. You don't get to experience any of that funnel stuff. So you're on screen by now, by the way.
Sorry, I love you. You're doing great.
Yeah, no, that's
You're
good.
doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. We love
Thanks.
this. Keep telling about the YouTube.
The best host. You are very good at editing.
Yeah,
we love
thank
you very
you.
much.
Yeah.
Tell them about the YouTube, buddy.
Yeah, you can go to youtube.com/cartridgeblowers, click the subscription, or you can go to twitch.com/cartridgeblowers, switch.tv/cartridgeblowers, and you can
Love
watch us live.
Switch.tv.
Switch.tv. Yep. Yeah. You can participate in the chat. We got a lot of people there right now. It's great.
Hi, chat.
Hi.
Hi. Chat, you're talking on the YouTube version now.
Yeah, say hi. No one can see what you're saying at the moment, but wave.
But we'll say out loud.
Yeah,
Sup, Brady
we'll read it
Bros.
all. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got an oopsie.
But we're hi. Rumble Fudge's voice.
Anyway.
Hello, I'm Super Master Sword.
So, Pikachu. But yeah, so this is the
We're
premise
definitely
of
not
the show.
saying that, Mod.
Oh boy! All right.
I'll say it, but after a certain time, because the algorithm will demonetize us.
Anyway, what do you play, Matt?
Yeah, we talk first. Before we get into our guilty pleasures, let's talk about video games we played. It's been a few weeks since we have done a show together. I played on stream a game called Cult of the Lamb. It is a semi-indie game. I feel like if you're a Devolver Digital game, you're really not indie anymore. I feel like they're a big enough publisher.
They put out everything now. So,
right. I saw it being played a lot. Cult of the Lamb had been described to me as sort of an ActRaiser style game, which if you've played ActRaiser on Super Nintendo, it's got like city building mixed with sort of action sequences, right? So you go back and forth between the two. And Cult of the Lamb is similar. The city building is more Animal Crossing resource management simulator, whereas the action sequences are more like, say, Hades or like a 2D roguelike, a 2.5D roguelike. Basically, the story is you're a little lamb who is being sacrificed to these gods, and then you you get resurrected by this other god who's like, hey, remember those other guys who sacrificed you? Get them. And so then you have to start your own cult, and as you raise them up through sacrifice and helping them and being nice, Chad is being real stupid right now. Big fan. And by raising them up, and feeding them poop, literally, you gain more power for the action sequences. And you go to the action sequences, and you can use that to get more people, and also to get more resources for the building sequences. So the loop kind of feeds into each other, right? And so it's an interesting mix. And I was drawn to it because I like that idea. And also there's some Twitch integration where if you're streaming it, you can have the people in your chat join your cult. And they'll be able to design the characters that join your cult. And then you are able to, sacrifice them or empower them as you wish. And that was a lot of fun to mess with for a while. It is an interesting game. It is a game I'm glad I played. It's only like $20, I think. Maybe it was 18. I think it was on sale at first, I want to say.
Nice.
However, I think it overstays its welcome a little bit. By the last 2 streams of the game I did, I was kind of ready for it to be done. And I think that the management sim specifically is a little underdone, a little undercooked. In fact, it's better than the sum of its parts. I think both halves are kind of like mid, but I think that together it makes an interesting experience. If you find the game on sale, around Christmas time, say for like $5 or so, I'd say give it a shot. It's fairly short. I think it beat in about 8 hours. Total.
Really?
Yeah. But not a bad game. Not like my game of the year or anything, but not a bad game.
Okay.
Yeah.
A ringing endorsement.
Man, wait to hear about this other game I'm going to talk about. I got 2 more I want to talk about real quick. I'll make these quick. In fact, the third one's going to be super quick because I've only played like an hour. Second one is Stray, which is a cat simulator. You play as a cat and you go around this sort of post-apocalyptic world. You've been shoved into this underground city and you have to solve adventure game style puzzles in order to escape and like talk to the robot denizens and learn their ways and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I was really into the world that they built. I was really into kind of like what was like the style of the game, you're this realistic cat, and there's a button to meow, and it's kind of cute. And you can do like you can hop up buildings and knock stuff off of counters like a cat, right?
Nice.
And it was kind of the hotness on the internet for about like a week or so. And it was free on PlayStation 5, which is where I played it.
Oh.
And also really short, 4 hours. I beat it over the
Really?
course. Yeah. But like I didn't like it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I
too
played it
bad.
all. I played it all the way to the end because it was short, and I wanted to see. I liked the world that they had built, and I wanted to
Mhm.
see where it went. And I still think the world they built is pretty cool. Like I liked the lore, I guess. I don't think there's a very good video game there. It's not very fun to play. Like again, there's a meow button and you can jump, but it's all very canned animations. It all seemed very stiff. Um, and I didn't feel like I had a lot of I don't know agency at the end of the day. You know, Big Easy, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. Really
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Welcome to the
Um,
show.
welcome to the show. We don't get a lot of subscriptions during the show, so you love to see it.
Yeah.
And we don't have alerts on during the show, so I'm just gonna say it out loud. Thank you so much. Um, and so that was Stray. I don't recommend it, honestly. Like unless you're really into cats, which is fine. Um, or if you got like I played it for free, right? So, but I mean, I think like at full price, it's like 20-25 bucks. And I just can't honestly recommend it. It's just I don't think it's very good. I think it got a little overhyped.
Especially since it's
Uh,
short. I may play that. I may get it and play it because I think Brooke would
sure,
enjoy watching you
sure,
play it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's interesting stuff in it. Again, I think the lore is cool. I think there's some cool music in it. Um, I just don't like the gameplay really at all. If I was going to play an adventure game, I'd rather play like Monkey Island or something, and a classic adventure game. Rumblefugs, thank you for the tier 1 just to Stray. Great, thanks a lot. I
Cool.
hope they come here and they get real sad. Um, and then the last game I want to talk about is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I was a big fan of the first Xenoblade Chronicles. It's a big sprawling RPG. Um, I like a good RPG. Um, I like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 a lot, but it was so big. It was so big, and there was so much to do. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I liked a lot as well, but some of the characters turned me off that game so much. Really just lots of like crappy Japanese pervert tropes that I'm just like kind of done with. And it
Yeah,
kind
that
of turns
sounds
me
gross.
off. Like, yeah, I'm just, listen, do we need like a little funny man who makes a sex robot? Like, that sucks. Like, it takes me out of the whole thing. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is, and I haven't had a lot of chance to play it because every now and again, holy shit, Big Easy, thank you so much for the
Whoa.
6 tier 1 subs. I
Whoa,
appreciate
thank
you.
you.
Y'all are hitting like during the show.
Man.
You're my flow.
It's okay.
I think for the 6 tier 1 subs, I'll call those out after the show. I think if that's okay, one by one. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has a cooler premise. The idea is you're these the people in the world. Everyone's a soldier from birth, and you have a limited time to live. And the as you kill people they kill people in the opposing army, they steal their life force to keep themselves and their queen alive longer. So everyone is at like eternal war, right? And you start off with this band of like teenage soldiers, and everyone's a teenager because no one gets older than like 18, and everyone just dies. And immediately your main character is like a flautist soldier who he is essentially like Yuna. He sends people's souls to the beyond.
Huh.
And he's like, why are we killing? And it's Xenoblade, so everybody's British. And so he's like, why are we killing people? What are we doing? I can't believe we're killing people. It's so bad. And it's killing wrong. It's killing wrong. And I feel like they're gonna figure out killing's wrong. Probably eventually. But I really like the way it plays. It's really fun. I think the battle system is cool. It's Xenoblade, so it's got rockin' music, and I love Xenoblade voice acting. They always get British voice actors, and it's lovely to hear some different voices.
For sure.
Yeah. So only played a little bit of Xenoblade, but I can recommend it so far. I'll keep you updated in future episodes
Nice.
of how that game's going. Ooh, Xenoblade.
We got to make a bump now. We gotta
make a bump. Yeah, gotta make a bump.
right.
Yeah. Have y'all been playing anything?
I largely just been playing Hades, trying to get that story completely done. A little bit of Doom Eternal here and there, which, but
Doom Eternal's not your thing?
I don't like it as much as the first one. Like Doom 2016, I liked more. This one's fine, but it's I don't like it as much. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's the game itself, or like maybe I'm souring on, just a bunch of demons come at you and you shoot them with a gun thing.
I'm done with perverts and you're done with demons. What's left for us?
Oh man. If I had talked to 12-year-old me, he'd be so disappointed. But it's
Weird.
fine. It's fine. I love Hades, and there's a bunch of demons in that. So yeah. But I have been playing a game on my phone, actually, called Evoland. It's kind of old. We talked about it on the show when it was going to be new a long time ago. But I finally got around to playing it, and it's a fun little game. It's cheap. It's not free, but you can play it on pretty much anything. And basically, it's an RPG where you have to unlock all of the normal RPG tropes. You start out in like a Game Boy style game where you can only move right, and then you move right and you collect a chest, and now you can move left, and then you move left, you collect a chest, now you can move up and down, and then you get color in 8-bit, and then you get 16-bit, you unlock the overworld map, battles, you unlock all these things as you go, and it's very it's comedic. It's a funny game. And it's actually a lot of fun. I really like it. And the music's okay. It advances as well. Like you'll unlock better sounds and whatnot as you go on. It's just a really weird concept to have to basically unlock the mechanics of the game as you go, from the very basic to the most advanced. So yeah, it's Evoland. There's an Evoland 2, which I have not played. It seems to be probably a pretty short game. I think I'm more than halfway through it, and I've been playing it for like maybe 2-ish hours altogether. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's on like Android and Switch and pretty much everything. So you can go pick it up. But yeah, that's I think that's really all that we have to just talk about. Hey, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Supermaster Sword.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of 11 months.
It's almost a year.
Almost a year, and this time is true. So why don't we go ahead and just start playing our games? Like I said at the beginning of the show, this week our theme is guilty pleasures, and Nikki is starting us out. Oh, we can't hear you, bud.
You sure can't. Sorry. Yeah, I was actually having a really difficult time coming up with a game to play for this theme, because this is like the 4th time we've done this theme, and after a while it's hard to come up with games that like you like but maybe are a little embarrassed about. And then it hit me, because I realized that I needed some technical help with this one game, and I was really embarrassed about posting about it on Twitter. And that game is Twisted Wonderland. It's a mobile game from Disney that focuses largely on villains who may or may not be related to, well, it's a villain academy, and the people attending the school may or may not be related to actual Disney villains.
Where's Amber? She's missing her show.
Right. I'm actually surprised like Ambi doesn't play this, to be honest with you.
Or it strays too far from the mouse cannon.
Talk about it. What did you say?
It strays too far from the mouse cannon for you, please.
No, that could be. Although like they remind you of the movies and various
Sure.
canon related things. At some point you talk to Mickey Mouse. But yeah, it's largely a gotcha style game where you get cards that you have to like pull to try to obtain. And yeah, it's there is a story. The story is actually really cute at times. There is a rhythm game section. Um, it's not terrible for a mobile game, and I play it a few minutes every day. So I guess now that I've revealed that to the world, let's go ahead and jump in.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
So not quite Kingdom Hearts, but
No, not quite Kingdom
but
Hearts.
esque.
So yeah, it's definitely not like Kingdom Hearts. Like you don't see Final Fantasy characters showing up. The game, although it's been released stateside, it's not in English.
Okay.
And so I have two separate things going on here. First, I create a new account.
Oh no, it me.
Show you a little bit of the story, a little bit of how it introduces you to the world.
Now Matt can't be Cardi B when he plays this game.
Yeah.
Oh, he can. It's fine. I deleted it shortly after this.
Okay.
So yeah. Like I said, there is a story. And for me, that is the most interesting aspect about it. Though I would say the story has moments where it's not good. But it's cute. And so here we have, you kind of talking to the magic mirror, and it will tell you, kind of in the vein of other properties you might be familiar with, what dorm it feels you belong to.
Okay.
And so Ghost Ribbon just asked, is this in Japanese? And so, yeah, as I mentioned, although the game has been released in North America, they have not localized the voice acting into English. So the voices that you hear will be in Japanese. So yeah.
Are the different houses that you can be sorted into, like, not like anything else, are they also based on Disney properties or something?
They are, yeah. And so I kind of go through them now.
Okay.
You pick basically the villain that appeals to you the most. And so, you see we have like Ursula and Jafar.
I like the descriptions of the villains in a sort of spinning light.
Oh yeah, they spin them so that like, yeah, they're villains, but like they did good, right?
Sure.
And so my favorite Disney movie is Sleeping Beauty. And I'm gonna pick Malleus Draconia because he is actually one of my favorite characters, but also it hasn't been confirmed, but we think he's probably the descendant of Maleficent. So
Got it. Disney's done this before. There was The Descendants, right?
Yes.
That's a show.
It's a different
That's
property.
a show. I've never seen it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you pick the house that appeals to you because I think I cut it out. I don't remember. But when you step up to the mirror, they're like, oh, actually, you're a human who can't cast magic. What the fuck are you doing here? And so the whole premise of the game is that you're just kind of a normal human being who's found their way here.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah. The headmaster of the school is attempting to find you a way home, but he's not. He's just like using you at every opportunity he can. And so this here, it throws you right into a battle. It's a test, or not a test battle. It's a prologue battle designed to make you lose. As you can see, it has 100,000 hit points to my 16,000.
Sure.
Here I'm just going through like the different abilities that each character has. Each character is represented by a card. The card has two different types of spells. You can level them up through various means, and they have different cards which have different powers based on various outfits and stuff. That's where the gacha element comes in.
So you're the one with the horns, right? You're Maleficent.
That's the one that I picked. That basically chooses like the you are guaranteed an SR card, which is like your mid-tier card, and that's the one that I picked to start with. So yeah.
So is that your teammates are a Scar and I'm guessing like an Ursula?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So the guy with the glasses, spoiler alert, he has like a special sort of form where he definitely turns into like an Ursula type of character.
Got it.
Yeah. And so I end up cutting out like a lot of like incidental story here. I think I even cut out one of the rhythm games. But yeah, it's
Rumpel says that being Maleficent's descendant means is canon that Maleficent fucked.
Have you seen Maleficent? Of course she fucked.
Oh no, why is this? Okay, there we go.
We're
Yeah,
good
of course she does.
She's easily like the sexiest of all of them. And the horniest.
For sure, yeah. Both are true. So here, I kind of go through like the different cards that I have, just to kind of show you what that menu kind of looks like and to sort of run through the different options that are available. So I picked like the strongest card that I have. His name is Silver. You can raise the card's level by doing running through things called lessons, which I'll show you later. You can raise their vignette level, which is something that allows you to continue to level the card's power up. And then, of course, there are spells showing all of the different houses available for each lesson. The daily lesson changes every day. They're called alchemy lessons, and they give you materials to level up your spells.
I am oddly reminded of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, really?
The idea of just like, you've got this cast of characters, and oh my god, Corolla's your teacher. I hate this.
Yes, yes, he is, and his name is Cruel.
Well, they worked hard on that one. I like with Fire Emblem Three Houses. There's a lot of like half the game is teaching outside of the battle.
Yeah.
And so you're teaching your students, and so it's kind of hits that a little bit for me. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, I haven't played Fire Emblem Three Houses, but it sounds like a similar premise. I think right now I set up a history lesson. Here you're gonna see me go through the little items that are available. The items just kind of increase maybe some, little bits of EXP that you might get for your cards. The amount of items you might get through a given session. There is a way to run, like, you might see at the top when we exit out of it that I have like a certain amount of LP. Those are lesson points. You can have it loop through and automatically run through all 10 at once. That's currently broken right now.
Got you.
But that's fine because I'm just trying to give you just a quick run through and show you what each sort of lesson looks like. It'll tell you if you have things maxed out so you don't waste your time, which is really nice. And you can have it like auto-select your team so you don't have to think about it too much. I will say the music for this upcoming lesson, you don't hear a lot of it, but I really like it a lot. It's really fun.
Is that
a Gaston gym coach?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Cool.
I like the contrasting art styles of just like the the Bishonen anime characters, and then like the almost like theatrhythm style like paper crafts-esque characters.
Yeah, I think that's really cute too, and you see that for all the lessons as well as when you do the rhythm game. I think I might have cut it from this final video, but when you do like the various rhythm games, the characters are in the background doing something, and they're in that sort of paper craft style, which is really nice. Here I'm gonna demonstrate a battle. I definitely meant to go and censor these names. So sorry, people that did not consent to be in this video.
I'll try to remember to blur them for the edit.
Perfect.
If I didn't, sorry also from me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, whoa.
Sorry, that is a little loud. I did not expect it to be that loud. So sorry.
The volume wasn't scary. It was that he just yelled at me.
Yeah, he's angry. So I went and fought one of the boss fights for I think this is chapter 4. And so you're one of the characters, Jamil, gets real upset and he becomes. Yeah, you know, you kind of like
genie?
are, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of who he's based off of.
Gotcha.
For the purpose of this video, I actually set it to run at normal speed, and I gotta tell ya, normal speed for battles is kind of insufferable. This is a little slow. I've actually sped this up a little bit. So, yeah.
Can I ask you a spoilery question?
Yes, you can.
You said at one point you talked to Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
What is Mickey Mouse like in this game?
So throughout
is
the
he a hot anime boy?
You are kind of, like I said, you're this normal person in this otherwise magical world. And when you go to bed, the mirror in your room comes to life or activates, and you see visions of various movies and stuff. And occasionally you'll see visions of Mickey talking to you about Earth and how it's weird that, like, you seem to be from Earth, but you're stuck in a place called Twisted Wonderland, and he's talking to you about, like, Donald and Goofy and how things are going over on that side of the mirror, and how he hopes that maybe one day you two will be able to meet up on Earth or in the mirror
so
realm.
strange.
Skip it when Mickey comes up, because quite frankly, I find it really weird and it takes me out of my immersion.
So this just full on Mickey Mouse. It's not like hot anime boy Mickey,
100%
like Matt said.
Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Like, there is a scene where, like, you see him and you're given the option to, like, respond, and one of the options is, Mickey, it's you. So.
Does he have voice acting?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, he does.
I hope Mickey-kun notices me.
Mickey-kun notices you, it's true.
Alright,
so
go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just wondering about, like, other franchises. Are they planning on putting more? Like, are you gonna be able to become, like, I don't know, the Empress or whatever from Emperor's New Groove or something? Like,
that'd be really cool. I imagine they're gonna have to think about that at some point.
yeah.
Because, you know, I think there's like 7 or 8 houses right now, and like in Japan, they're on like the 6th storyline.
Got you.
So eventually, if they want to keep that nice whale cash coming in, they're gonna have to come up with some other concepts, I think.
For sure.
Time to get a Radigan house. Tap into
There
that
you
great
go.
mouse detective stuff.
So that was mostly Twisted Wonderland. Like I said, there is a rhythm section. The video is already kind of long, so I cut it out. I actually find the music in a lot of cutscenes and a lot of, like, they call them twist tunes and battle music to be really good. So.
Nice.
Got you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That doesn't look terrible. You know.
It's honestly not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why that would be a quote unquote guilty pleasure or whatever. But I mean, I can see, and I mean, I think like gacha games in general kind of have a like a stigma, right?
Sure.
But I think, like, you know, there's some interesting things going on there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fun, and you know, it's at the very least I play it a couple minutes every day, and it's.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not so intrusive, like if it's not like, you know, super addictive and or like taking money out of your pocket every day, you know.
Exactly.
Sure.
And you can play free to play, and it won't really inhibit your experience at all.
Sure. Cool. Awesome. You love to see it.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. And now Matt's going to follow us up with his game.
All right. I had some trouble getting a game for this. So I originally was going to play some Xbox 360 stuff, right? You'll notice we haven't done a show in a while, and that's because we had major technical difficulties last time. Myself specifically had a lot of them, and I wanted to play Earth Defense Force 2017, right? But I couldn't get a save file to work, and I didn't want to play any of the spider levels because I didn't want to trigger anyone with you know, the spiders. How can I feel guilty about EDF? Because people think it's a garbage game. And so, and I didn't have time to play through it. No, not 2017. Not going to play that all the way through again. No, thank you. So I tried a different I tried a different Xbox 360 game. I was going to play a game called Deadliest Warrior. There are tons of people who think 2017 is a garbage game. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's got bad reviews. But I was going to play Deadliest Warrior, which is like a terrible Bushido Blade clone that I kind of love, even though it's really bad. Based on the terrible Spike TV television show Deadliest Warrior.
Okay, cool.
And I was trying to play that, but every like emulated version of it crashed horribly. I have all of these games, by the way, on Xbox 360, but I'm not hooking up my 360. I haven't turned that on in a decade. And then I was going to try Doritos Crash Course on Xbox 360. And that game has Avatar integration, which Xbox 360 emulation doesn't do.
You talked me into playing that dang game.
And it
was fun. It was fun.
Yeah. It's crap, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And so I threw my Xbox 360 dreams to the side. And this time I decided to play a game that was a little more easily available to me. That is guilty in the way that fans of this series, myself included, fans of the series normally think that it's kind of gotten bad. In fact, the Metacritic score for this game is 73, which for most people is kind of shitty. Basically, I'm playing a game in the Ultimate Alliance series, which started with X-Men Legends. Great, like, Diablo clone. In fact, I don't like Diablo, but I do like X-Men Legends. And then X-Men Legends 2, spectacular. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, incredible game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, people hate that game. People hate it.
I love that game.
Ultimate Alliance. We played through that game together.
Yeah, it was great.
And it's a spectacular game. People hate it. And a lot of the problems with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 are fixed in Ultimate Alliance 3 and replaced with brand new ones. Which is what has made this game kind of have an iffy reputation. I really enjoyed my time with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is what I played for the show tonight. I still kind of need to go back and finish it someday because there's a ton of DLC that came out that I never got to. But it's an interesting game. There's a lot going on. In fact, there's too much going on, to the point where it gets kind of confusing. But I guess you'll kind of see a little bit of that. So let's just kind of get into Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order.
All right.
Which is what they call it. So yeah, there's this menu here, and there's a lot to it. Basically, I'm going to show you the cast of characters here. I don't have all of them unlocked. The last time I was playing this in 2020, I was playing as the X-Men. But you've got, your Avengers. And you see everyone's at different levels. Which is also kind of a thing that bummed people out about this game, is that you have to level everyone separately.
Yeah.
But there's items you can find to power level people, so it's really not that big of a deal. But yeah,
really
there's a lot of characters
stick
here.
With one team for the most part.
Right. Is that Albert Wesker on the top left? No, that's Hawkeye. They got some weird picks like Elsa Bloodstone, and Crystal is there for some reason. But most of your movie-based characters are in the game. Most of your X-Men, your Spider people. So we're gonna stick with the X-Men. And there's lots of things you can do. Like, for instance, here's Infinity, which is, there's hundreds of miniature challenges, thousands probably at this point, of miniature challenges you can do that are kind of just all random shit to unlock costumes and unlock mini items that are it almost works like a phone game. And that there's fucking drops like crazy. And so, you can see, I can go beat a level and get a Magneto shirt for Magneto, or I can kill Doctor Strange and get some crystals. But instead, we're going to jump right into the story mode. And there's the main story mode, which is here. I decided to continue just where I left off in 2020.
Did you
I thought that would be funny.
Kill Doctor Strange for meth?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
We're really breaking bad in this.
Yeah. So we're going to do a combined attack to get in this box here real quick. Colossus and Wolverine. So if you've played any of the Ultimate Alliance games before, basically you play as 4 different superheroes. You use R1 to do their special powers, and then you can do R2 to do combined attacks with others. And in medias res of this story, basically, Thanos, the guy from the movie,
Yeah.
He's trying to find those rocks, from the movie, and you don't want him to get the rocks.
That'd be bad. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad if he gets the rocks. And so each kind of area of the game is a different corner of the Marvel Universe. We're in the X-Men section, and at this point, Juggernaut has he blew up Deadpool's taco stand and then chased us through the mansion as he and the rest of the Brotherhood are attacking. But we're trying to find one of those space rocks. We've heard that it's here in the mansion somewhere.
Thanos gets those rocks. You got to get in that box.
Right, you get it. Get it. And so, what happens if he gets his rocks off? The planet blows up or something. So there's lots of mini fights. Normally there's like different henchmen to fight. You won't see a lot of henchman fights here. A little bit. But also tons of mini bosses. If you are into like Marvel at all, like I am, there's obviously some fan service here. You can again combine your powers. It looks like there's probably a lot going on screen, and it's probably a little hard to follow at first. Once you realize basically you're picking one character, you're doing either R1 attacks for just you, like I'm doing right now, or you're doing R2 attacks to combo, and then you do that to basically build up their stun meter, which lets you do more damage to them. And that's it. The fights are pretty simple. You can also do physical attacks. Oh, hi Cyclops.
Cyclops 92.
Cyclops was originally he's a DLC character. So he was originally just part of the story. Him and Colossus. So that's why they have parts in this CG here. There's lots of storyline CG, which is weird because this is a game like Nintendo kind of published.
Okay.
Which is strange.
Yeah, it's like a Switch exclusive, right?
It is a Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna switch teams here actually, just to play with some different heroes. Goodbye X-Men.
Brooke and I were playing this game, and we stopped. We didn't get very far because there was too much going on screen, and she couldn't keep up. So.
Well, if you ever want to play more, I'm in. So we're gonna take Magneto. These characters that I played with a lot, they're leveled up. So you can see you can actually set like their voice lines. So if you're playing online, you can have them say different things.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It depends on what era you're looking at, Ghost Driven.
Sure.
He's been both good and bad.
Our alliance is one of convenience only. Yes. These battles are nothing compared to the war. Goodbye.
So you can also just make them say dumb sentences. And
Yeah.
that's fun. You can also give there's equipment to give them. This is the leveling, so I can quickly fill them full of HP with the XP cubes that you find in boxes, and also from beating enemies. You can level up their powers. You can many of them everyone has unlockable outfits, as you'll see here. Originally the unlockable outfits were garbage like this, but then fans complained and they gave them actual alternate outfits.
Yeah, because that's stupid.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, it's off blue.
Yeah.
But it's the movement is fun. Like characters can fly. The spiders can all web sling. Can you be Jennifer Lawrence? No, we'll fight Jennifer Lawrence.
Can you be Age of Apocalypse characters in this?
I don't think anyone has an Age of Apocalypse suit.
Okay. Hey, there you go.
Yeah. You can like there's a lot of characters in this. A lot of weird pulls. So Mystique has trapped us here in the danger room, and we're going to fight simulated goons from previous levels. So here's the Wakanda level, and we'll fight some goons here. I'm going to cut some of these fights in half. Actually, we're in Wakanda, but we're fighting like from the prison breakout goons.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like the movement is interesting because you can fly and do attacks, or you can do your combined attack there. That was like Magneto making Spider-Man like float up and use his web ball. Or everyone has like super moves when you gain. So if you look at the bottom left, you can see their faces, right?
Yeah.
And they have 2 or 3 rings. The red ring is their health. The blue ring is their their power meter. And then there's a smaller ring around their face that is their super meter. And that builds up as you hit and kill. as you hit and kill. But
Sure,
mostly you
yeah.
want to find good powers that synergize well. So, like, for instance, I was doing that dash with Captain America. That's because I have someone who can do telekinesis like Magneto. And that can just, like, run through enemies. That Spider-Man web ball that combines with Magneto is, like, very good at building the stun bar on enemies. And so you can, like, play around, and every character has different synergies. Additionally, if you make teams that are like, you know, that are canonical, then they get different bonuses, kind of like in the older Ultimate Alliance games.
That's cool.
And like sometimes they're not canonical. Like there's a Generations team that is just old people, so you can do like Magneto and Captain America and like some other people, and you're good. I don't think you'll see a fastball. There was a fastball special that I cut out, but there is a fastball special. Yeah, so Spider-Man can web swing around, and like a lot of the hidden areas that you can unlock with your power synergies. As long as you have them, you have to make sure your team has the ones that can open doors. We'll also unlock little fan servicey rooms like this one, that is like the Cerebro Chamber from the movies. And inside we get one of those XP cubes that we can use to level up characters faster.
Yeah, gotcha.
Exactly. Anyway, we're gonna skip ahead, and Magneto shows up, and he's got the rock. But we kick his ass. We beat Magneto up. Well, also this is the Magneto that is in the story.
Oh, gotcha.
This is New Game Plus. One complaint people had about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is that you had characters that were locked out of the story at different times. That doesn't really happen here. They just kind of put people in cutscenes when they feel like it.
Okay.
Which is fine. Yeah. And again, pretty much every character gets their little entrance here. Corvus Glaive is here. It's Thanos' right hand, the one without the gauntlet. It's cheeky and silly. But yeah, it's the storyline is interesting. But like, you know, it's also fairly basic. You know, it is what it is.
There's a team that needs MacGuffins, and you have to stop
Right.
them. Yeah.
Right. And there's different areas. Like, again, we've already done like a prison breakout that was more street level. We did a hand ninja hideout where Daredevil and Electro were at. The X Mansion, there's like a magical domain. And when you get to those areas, you'll meet characters that are very, you know, associated with those areas, right? You do Avengers Tower, you do the Moon, and meet the Inhumans there. And then the DLC introduces different characters. So there's a Vampires DLC that gives you like Blade and Morbius, finally Morbius.
Finally.
And the Punisher. Oh, hold on, he's gonna say the line.
Perhaps an alliance is called for after all.
Yeah, that's the title.
An ultimate one.
An ultimate one. Jubilee's not a vampire anymore, not canonically. Anyway, I cut out a fight with these two because they actually can't be beaten.
Brilliant observation, Liebchen. Danke.
But there's just like fun stuff in the cutscene, like Nightcrawler teleporting her away. Even though he's not playable at this time, he was also DLC later. There's a Fantastic Four DLC that actually adds more story content.
Really?
There's the X-Men DLC that adds more like side missions. And all of them give you lots of characters to play. Plus, there's tons of unlockable characters. You can unlock playing as Loki and Thanos later on.
Really?
Lots and lots of stuff to do. In fact, too much stuff to do. I can't see myself ever like 100%ing this game. My God, it would take millennia. And I missed with that attack, so that was great. Oh yeah, so this I didn't cut this fight out. This is one we're supposed to lose. But I don't know that, so I waste all my supers.
Oh no, that always pisses me off in RPGs.
Yeah.
I used all my mana points.
But yeah, so it's there's a lot going on screen, but especially if you're playing co-op, which I didn't really get to play much co-op of this. I'd really love to someday, but it's, you know, when you are being able to just focus on your one character, it's a lot easier to understand, and it is I don't know, it's pretty fun, especially when you're synergizing with other players, you know?
Yeah.
So all my characters are dead except for Hulk and the AI Magneto with the Power Stone. but he just kills me. It looked like I got him pretty hurt, so I don't know if I could actually beat him. Maybe if I was good enough, but I wasn't.
Well, at least you don't lose. So.
Right.
Like, you don't. The game doesn't game over. Oh. But they're friends. Oh, it was a trick.
Now she's our friend, and now she's
now
dead.
she's dead.
More.
Dare harm a member of the Black Order.
Oh, dialogue. And so, like, again, you fight different characters, you fight different villains from across the Marvel Universe, but mostly you fight Thanos' Black Order.
So wait, Raven's dead?
Well, she doesn't become a playable character, unlike every single other person you've seen in these cutscenes. Mystique and Juggernaut are not playable, but everyone else you've seen is playable.
Raven's dead on Disney
That's so
Channel.
Raven to not be playable.
Yeah.
And so this is also an unwinnable fight. So we're just gonna kind of cut it a little shorter.
There's a lot of unwinnable fights in a row here.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But it switches up the gameplay a bit. So Cyclops and Colossus show up to save us, and now we have to do an escape sequence. It's not just like mindless fighting. There's platforming. There is like escape sequences like this.
I don't like this angle.
Yeah, it's kind of Crash Bandicoot-y, right?
Yeah.
But it works, and it breaks up the fighting, so it's not just pressing X over and over.
Totally.
And so, and again, you kind of jump from area to area to area to area. Eventually, you get to Thanos' space thing. You have to kill his son. It's a whole thing. But it's I don't know. It's fun to see all these characters together. It's fun to see like this kind of take on the game after like it's more fun and lighthearted compared to Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, which was very serious. And
that was
like
the
this
Civil
is definitely
War
a game,
one, right?
Yeah, it was the Civil War one. Yeah, there's definitely like like aura of like this is for kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it's a Saturday morning cartoon style story, but you know, it's still fun. So Wanda's gonna go to open the universe here, and
okay.
We're gonna escape to the magical realm where we'll eventually like meet Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange and Elsa Bloodstone. I think you fight Dormammu. And the cutscenes are a lot of the game, so they're like, well, not a lot of the game, but they're fun, you know. That game is not well liked among the community of people who like those types of games, but I thought that game was tons of fun. And just playing it tonight makes me kind of want to go back and play some of that DLC.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a fun game, honestly.
Yeah. It's like there's mindless stuff. One thing I cut out, which I was really sad to cut out, because I hit the 15-minute timer that I give myself. The environments are as destructible as they were in X-Men Legends 2, whereas they kind of lost that destructibility in the Ultimate Alliance games. So like there's a sequence that I cut out of Captain America, Magneto, and the Hulk just destroying the X-Men's furniture and bookcases. Was there anything hidden there? No, but you can destroy their bookcases, and that's pretty cool.
Learnings for squares.
Yeah, I mean we did blow up a school too.
I hate learning.
I hate teaching. So let's
go ahead.
That is my game. I enjoy it. I think I'll probably actually play some more.
Right on.
So
cool.
Yeah, Cody, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I also had a hard time coming up with something for this episode. The games that I'm truly embarrassed to play, I've already played for this theme on the show before. And then the rest of it, you know, I'm not that embarrassed by them. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's freemium games. Yeah, so I too went to my phone and looked at a bunch of things that I play, and most of them are embarrassing, but also bad and boring to watch. So I picked the one that is the least boring to watch. out of the set, and that's Mario Kart World Tour. It is a game that I think is more well received now, though it's still only a 54 on Metacritic, and that's pretty low. And it was pretty panned when it first came out, so not super beloved. There are, however, a lot of characters, and to make it even more embarrassing, the control scheme is shit. So I have the mode where you can't run off the track enabled. So
oh, that's the embarrassing part. You're a baby.
That's embarrassing. Yeah, because I'm not bad at Mario Kart 8, but I'm bad at this. So
sure, Jan.
So I turned on the auto steer. So all right, let's just go ahead and watch me play it.
Sure.
So this is a gacha game. However, I've never spent any money on it.
Okay.
So there's that.
Do you unlock courses or cars?
You don't unlock courses. You unlock characters and cars. I don't know why the sound does not. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm Ice Mario here.
What?
Yeah, Ice Mario. And we're going through one of their like confectionery themed races.
Oh, they just put this one on Switch.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, this track just made it to the Switch version.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
You can collect coins. You can collect gems by doing well. You can collect green coins, which you can use to buy things, other than the stuff you buy with the regular coins.
Does your phone get playing this game?
I'm sorry?
How hot does your phone get playing this game?
Really not that bad.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't get all that hot unless, you're charging while you're playing.
Sure.
But so
is it
you
like
have
an analog stick in the bottom center of your
you
phone?
can. I have it to where it's just you swipe around, but you can use the stick. You can also steer by tilting if you want, and sort of like the Wiimote.
Okay.
As you can see, I have 2 items. Each character, each stage will have different characters that are good, okay, or neutral, and then good, and then great for it. And if you play a great character, you'll get 3 items per block. If you are a good character, you'll get 2. And if you're a neutral character, you'll only get 1. And then you also get more points. So you don't necessarily have to get first place to be able to successfully pass it. You just have to get enough points to be able to get enough stars to unlock other courses in the current campaign, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, so...
Are you on Ice Cube?
Huh?
Like the last part of that track was Ice Cube.
Yeah, it was ice cubes. Yeah.
That's not confection. That's an Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's all food themed in general.
Okay.
This one is mostly
My
confection.
favorite food, ice.
Ice, yeah. So as you can see, we got a certain amount of points for the character I am, a certain amount of points for the cart, and then the glider, and then a certain amount of points for how well I did, my ranking, how many jumps I did, coins I collected, etc., etc. So here we go. I picked, I think, Christmas Bowser in this one. No, I'm Lemmy. I'm Christmas Bowser later.
Okay. Oh, Funky Kong is here.
Yeah, there's King Babom, Funky Kong, Charge and Chuck, Monty Mole, Petey Piranha was just added, King Boo, all the basics, all the plumbers and princesses, multiple versions of all the plumbers and princesses.
Is this straight up Vanilla Lake from
It is,
Super Nintendo?
yeah.
Like that course?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
honestly pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the courses from the other games are in this game.
Okay.
But you can't choose which course to play. It's just depending on the campaign.
Got
Go ahead,
it.
Did
Nikki.
you already say whether this could be turned to
Landscape?
landscape?
I did not say that, but you can. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you can do
Oh, cool.
landscape.
Good.
It was just the way things were recording. It made the video weird.
Oh,
Sure.
sure. That's understandable.
Yeah, so I played.
How's the lag?
Oh, it's fine. There is no lag. Yeah.
Like even between like online players and stuff?
Yeah, I've played with online. We're not doing that here. We're just playing AI here, even though it does generate usernames for some reason.
Okay, I was wondering.
But I'm not. I'm playing just against the AI. But you can play against actual players, though. When you first started, you couldn't, but they still did the weird username thing.
Weird.
And I have not experienced any lag myself. I have pretty decent internet, and that may be part of it, but
Sure.
And yeah, you unlock all these different courses. You can get pipes that will allow you to unlock, sort of like slot machine gotcha kind of things. And we'll see that a little bit later. Here's my boomerang.
Is the character
bro.
you play as always random, or are you just
No,
picking
you
different
get to
characters?
choose. You can be any character you've unlocked. But the characters that are good or great for the course, that changes per course.
Gotcha.
And it's not random, but it does change per course. And then the last... So, like, there's a different page for every sort of campaign. And the last race in every campaign is something special. It's not just like a typical race. It could be get the most jumps, or fly the most in a glider, or take the best picture, or defeat the gigantic version of another character with items. There's a lot of different things you can do there.
It sounds pretty neat.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
Is it always 2 laps per course?
It's always 2 laps per course, with the exception of, I think they just added the baby track from...
Sure.
Was it GameCube?
Double Dash, yeah.
Yeah. And that one's a couple more.
That makes sense. Oh, God.
Yeah. I made it.
Because of your assist, right?
Because my assist. You can still fall off the course from jumps and shit, but you can't... you can't like get into the off-roading.
So is there like, are there like boosts in the air? It seems like you're taunting.
Yeah, you can. Every jump that you do will give you a little bit of a boost if you're on auto. But if you're not on auto, you tap. I think you tap your character, and then they'll do the thing, and it gives you a little bit of a boost. And you get drift boosts the same as you do in any of the other games. And yeah.
What's the incentive to spend money here?
You can get gems, which you can use to, like right here, I did a bonus, and I'm getting a star here. You can get gems, and the gems you use to purchase more pipes for the random unlocks. And then you can buy coins if you want to, though they're pretty readily available. And you can use those to buy other characters. I think we'll see a pipe in a minute. This thing you see me keep going back to, as after you get a certain amount of stars, you get other unlocks through this. And characters can level up and get more points available to them. And there are Miis in the game now. So you can import your Mii into it and get costumes for them. And here we go, my first pipe. You get a couple of free pipes per campaign. I already have Shy Guy, but that's fine. And
that's the pipes are the gacha.
Right. And the golden pipes, as you see right there, those unlock something that are considered really good and rare. Miis are a lot of fun. I'm glad they added them in there. It's a fairly recent addition.
So Nikki said she hasn't spent money on her game. Cody,
not
spent money on.
Not this game. I haven't felt the need to. I find getting everything pretty simple. There are definitely other gacha games that I play where I have certainly spent money. I've been playing Puzzle Quest since it came out, Marvel Puzzle Quest, and I've spent money on that game.
Sure.
Crack pipes.
This is a guilty pleasure episode. There's no shame in spending money.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, for the most part, we do spend money on the one-time purchases. So
right. Yeah.
if you want to indulge in like a $10
like
pack
or
thing, pack, for your mobile Mario Kart, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Wait, was that some kind of challenge?
It was. That was one of the special courses where you try to stay gliding as long as you can.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you have to get the boosts and whatnot. So it wasn't a typical race. And it always, you don't select your character on that one. It's a set character. Even if you've not unlocked them, you'll still get them for that race. I'm trying to figure out the best thing to show off next. And I just decided to do this one. I wanted to show Christmas Bowser.
Are the cups randomized?
They're not randomized, but every so often they completely change. So,
Okay.
like right now, we're in a certain campaign, which is a series of cups. And then once this is over, which they normally last a couple of weeks, then it'll be a whole new set of stuff.
So wait, does Jesus Christ exist in the world of Super Mario Brothers?
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe. This is Santa Bowser.
It's Christmas Bowser.
Yeah.
They celebrate Christmas?
I guess so. Every character has their own superpower as well that you can collect. And Christmas Bowser's, which I'm sure we'll see it, is he throws coins and green coins all over the stage for you to pick up.
Oh, that seems great, actually, for all the other players.
It is, yeah. But it is a good way.
Not great for you.
I mean, it can be, because it's a good way to get those green coins, which can be used to get some of the cheaper items in the store that are still pretty good.
Mother's Day Wario.
It's a matter of time.
Is Link or the Animal Crossing characters in here?
They're not. Though,
Pac-Man.
No out of franchise characters yet. Though you do have two characters from Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Jr. and Mario, that are their sprite forms. They're not 3D.
Oh,
and that's pretty
awesome.
rad. Yeah. I don't have either of them unlocked, but I would like to get one day.
I'm happy to see DK Jr., honestly.
I am too.
I was been worried about that little guy.
Yeah. I've been worried he just became Donkey Kong with a tie.
Right. He's grew up and joined the workforce.
P. Diddy Kong? Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the next crossover. The next partnership.
Good job, Santa Bowser.
Yeah. Yeah, Vampire Waluigi was in this track. Santa Mario.
Wow.
Cowboy Wario from Mario Party 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a Mario Party costume for Wario.
Is, yeah.
It's funny.
And we end it there. So yeah.
That seemed fine.
I quite like it. It's definitely a gacha game, and it was not well received at first. Again, 54% on Metacritic, so barely over half the people like it. But it's still going strong. And again, I haven't felt the need to buy anything. It's not pay to win. It's just you can pay if you're impatient. So yeah.
A lot of the tracks from that game have been making their way into the DLC for Mario Kart 8.
I am in no way surprised, because they've made a shit ton for Mario Kart World Tour, and this is just way easier for them. So some of them are really good.
Yeah, like there's a Paris course that's really neat, and in Australia, like a Sydney course. That's really fun. And then I don't know. It seems like an interesting game. Do you find yourself playing it like for long stretches of time?
I definitely have. It's I've definitely spent hours on it at a time at one point. Usually I just play it for like 15 minutes here and there.
Sure.
It's a great time filler, because again, it's only 2 laps per race, so it's pretty easy to just knock one out in a very short period of time. But there have definitely been days where I'm like, I'm going to get through this entire campaign in one day, and because you always get something campaign related if you complete every race. So yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's it. That's all I got. We all talked long lengths about our guilty pleasures.
This episode was kind of cool because the latter half of the episode was not very funny.
Yeah,
but I think it's because we were all kind of like explaining in really cool detail kind of what was neat about our games. And I don't know, it's a different feel, and I like it.
Yeah, you know, it was stuff that we love, so we're not ripping on something for a change. So yeah. But yeah, so this has been Guilty Pleasures Week, and we're about ready to sign off for this episode. No Shit Game Award. All of the games actually look fun.
I think so too.
Yeah. And you know, Matt, are we gonna have a randomized theme next episode?
We're not.
A special one.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been looking at the numbers there. We got Cody in the back crunching the numbers. Nikki up there, she's looking at the ticker tape.
It's coming in right now, coming in hot.
Yeah,
coming in hot. Folks, next episode is episode 200. That's ridiculous.
We've been doing this a long time, man.
Like, our audio podcasts are on like what, 600 something?
It's 500, like 50.
Yeah, like
something.
But this is episode 200. I'm not gonna say what's going on. Watch the Discord.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. So you'll get a very special episode next time. I'm not going to say when we're recording it because
we don't know.
That's a fool's errand.
It definitely won't be September 16th. I won't be in town.
There you go. Yeah.
Same, actually. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. So we'll join our Discord if you haven't already joined, or just follow this thing and you'll get alerted whenever we go live. But we'll let you know once we have some idea in the Discord. But yes, this has been Cartridge Blowers. I'm Cody Coleman. With me as always is Nikki Wright and Matt Crua.
I'm back in my genie containment unit. What?
I think they call it a vessel.
Genie containment unit would be a great Stuff Weekly episode.
It really would.
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
And yeah, until next time, don't die. But Matt, they should do something. What is it?
Keep on blowing.
Absolutely.
You know what you rub to get me to spawn.